Hello. I'm back again. I went out to Mowbray Park and took loads of pictures again. And I did this the other night, and I thought it's just much easier than editing it together, especially at the moment, because using the old computer and that was a lot harder. And I just thought I'd do this with a live voiceover and share the pictures. Right. I'm just gonna find the chat on my phone because I can't see it on here. The chat on my phone. And then you hear is I keep forgetting about that thing, turn yourself off, woman. Hi Ashley. Hi Rebecca. Hi Laura. Hi Carol. Hi Jewel. So as I said, I went to Mowbray Park, which is in our city centre, and I absolutely hate crossing the bridge, but I hadn't done it for a while since obviously because of lockdown and everything. I'm not a fan. Well, I was going to say I'm not a fan of bridges, but then who is a fan of bridges? I mean, I'm sure there's probably someone who absolutely loves bridges, but not me. It's the height side of it that I don't like. So I went across it counting all the way there and all the way back. But not for the whole time. I mean, once that was over, I didn't continue counting because that's a bit strange. But on my way into the town to get there, I have to pass the Stadium of Light because I go the back way. It's much better for me, less traffic and all that. So I go around by the Stadium of Light, and of course I had to take a picture of the black cat, our Samson. So to start off. Anyway, if anyone doesn't find this interesting, I totally understand, but I just figured it was one way of doing it because I can't use the footage I took, the video footage I took, because it doesn't work on this laptop because it's you have like 740 or 1080 and 4K and all that. Well, my laptop only goes to 720 or whatever it is, and the camera's better, so it goes all jumpy. But hopefully Daryl will come in a bit because I got some decent bird pictures and also a bird of prey as well, so that might interest him. Right, let's crack on, shall we? So this is the archway under the train track, basically. So I go through this. This is coming from the back way. I go under this and out the other side, and as you come out the other side, you're at the bridge, basically. Like I said, I go the back way because it's less busy. Obviously, you've got a main road going along there, and so it's less daunting. I don't know how long this has stood here for, but I think there's about 3 of them go along, and there's been a metro built onto it as well, like a metro station's built onto it. Yeah, Dara loves the birds, doesn't he? So this is the train bridge, metro bridge, train bridge. This is it from this side. So this was before I'd gone under there, and when I come out the other side, you'll see another photo of it on the other side. So there it's there. That's the other side of it. When I've come through. So proud of you, Lenny, for facing your fear and crossing the bridge. Yeah, I've done it a few times, but I think because I hadn't done it for a while, it just felt more. I felt a bit more panicked, and I tried to take pictures, like looking towards the river, but I couldn't really do. The ones I did take were terrible. They just didn't. You couldn't even really say anything because I was kind of just wasn't looking, so it doesn't help. And there's the town bridge. This is the Weymouth Bridge. The clouds are around again because we've had some good clouds. Good clouds. This building here is called the Echo Building, and it looks over the river. It's like loads of different flats. When it was first built, these were like pretty expensive. I don't think it worked out as well as they thought. But you know, hi John. I don't know how he is. I just, you know, it was in my way, but I couldn't really tell him to get out of the way. It seems to be frowned upon if you like do that. Get out of my way in my picture. So this is our this is Sunderland's motto: Nil desperandum hospes Deo, which means when God is on our side, there is no cause for despair, apparently. But it doesn't really help me because I don't really believe in God, so you know. But yeah, this is dotted. This saying is dotted about this city in loads of different places. Like, well, in fact, I took another picture of one further on. It's on the library. It's on the museum. It's all our. So this is a plaque that's just dedicated to the bridge that was here before, and the man who built it, basically, because that is the bridge that was here before, from 1796 to 1929. I always look at that and I think, well, how do people get across it? Because it's just like this arch. Did you go across the top bit or something? I don't know. It's a bit strange, but it's honoured in the memory from when he built it. And this tablet was unveiled by his grandson in, I think that's 1952. Again, there's the Nil desperandum hospes Deo thing. Motto. Should say motto, shouldn't I? Exactly. God is dog, spelt backwards. Do you believe in spirituality? Yeah, a bit. I think what I believe is kind of, I believe in fate. I believe in like the reason for things. So if something happens, you might not know why, but it could be like 10 years later that you realise why it was. I believe in karma. I do believe in ghosts because I believe I saw my granddad. I believe in bits of different things, I suppose. Right, so this is the museum. This is Sunderland Museum and Winter Garden. The Winter Garden bit is more down this end. This has been through, I was going to say it's been through the wars, but it literally has been through the wars. It was built in a different place in, well, not this exactly, but the museum was in a different place in 1846. Moved into here in 1879, but was badly damaged in World War II. They added an extension in the 60s, and then they got a lottery grant in 2001 and improved all the facilities. In the Winter Garden itself, there's over 2,000 flowers and plants. I have been in there, but not for a long time. The museum has the largest collection of Sunderland lusterware pottery. It also has paintings from L.S. Lowry because he liked it here, apparently. And it has a stuffed walrus. It did have a stuffed walrus. It's got the head of a stuffed walrus now. It didn't sort of last very long. Well, I'm saying it didn't last very long. It's from like 1800s or something. Also a stuffed lion, which I was scared of. He was called Wallace. He was part of the fair ground that used to travel here or something, and I used to be really terrified of him. And it's just got that look. I should I didn't go into this bit properly, otherwise like I would have showed you a picture, because he's a bit freaky. Yeah, I believe in that as well, Joan. You believe in dog. I believe in some being kind too. That's kind of how I look. I just look at just try not to hurt anyone and be kind and stuff like that. It's not always possible, because things sometimes happen, but I suppose there's a difference between intentionally hurting someone. And no one once told me that not everyone is religious, but everyone is spiritual. Yeah, I do believe in like having I was going to say an inner power, but like that mind over matter thing is such a massive thing, because it does help. Like some of the pains that I've, so even going across the bridge, I counted, and it's a distraction. So counting in my head to distract us from what was going on. Yeah, I was still aware of it, but like because I was concentrating on the distraction, I wasn't concentrating on the fear, if that makes sense. Hi, Kirsten. So, right, so we're now in the park. This is the first picture I took. This park is a lovely park. It's like probably one of the best, the most well kept in the city. Maybe Barnes and Harrington Park's probably up there as well, but like it. And then there's the cenotaph. That's how you say it. The war memorial that we have. I did take a few closer pictures, but the lighting wasn't the best. So this was built in 1925 by R.A. Wright to commemorate soldiers who died in the First World War. The figure on the top, which I will show you now. So the figure on the top there is on a granite column and represents winged victory, standing on a globe with a laurel wreath in her outstretched right hand and a trumpet in the left hand. The sculpture itself is now used to commemorate and remember all soldiers and service personnel lost in war. I've had an adventurous week. Good learning, good to get some photos. It has been. It's like really nice just to sort of get out about and take some pictures. So this is obviously in dedication to all personnel who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. We remember those killed whilst on duty and undertaking training, special and non-conflict operations at home, overseas. They trained and prepared to protect and keep us safe. They served their country with pride and respect. They stand equal with all. If you go, yeah, I did take video of it, but I didn't take. You go inside and there's whole wall, and it tells you about each war from like the Crimean, the First World, Kosovo, Iraq. It's got all like everything written on, tells you a bit about it, and then obviously the people, the service, how many people were lost. They also started this veterans walk thing, and it basically is a permanent. It says, "Welcome to the Veterans Walk Pathway, the first of its kind in the UK. It commemorates not just those who have fallen or passed away, but is open to all veterans, whether past, present, or still serving on land, at sea, or in the air. Our motto is, they all stand equal. The Veterans Walk is a unique, permanent reminder of all our brave servicemen and women who took the oath of allegiance, not alliance. Why did I say that? They all remember their service time with pride and passion, and that will never leave them. It was started by Tom Cuthbertson, who began work on the idea after completing the Brothers in Arms Memorial Wall, which you just saw a part of, in 2011. Tom and Rob Devison then set out a 3-year mission to make this pathway become a reality. The City of Sunderland is the largest provider of armed forces recruits and is home to over 26,000 surviving personnel. However, the opportunity to be part of this unique pathway is open to all. Please see www.veteranswalk.co.uk for further information. And then it's got all the different services. And then the next picture is there. So that is the actual walk itself. So it's like they're all slate and they've got like reg numbers and names and like who they served for, and Paras and Royal Navy, Royal Air Force, and their numbers and ranks and stuff like that. This wasn't here when I last went out. It's been like years, absolutely years since I went. So that's just like after I'd passed that bit, this was just a view of what I next saw. And then there's the bandstand under here. There, just thought it looked pretty behind the trees. But and then these are there's two of these. There's one on either side. I took a couple of pictures of this one, and I took the roof of the other one, but you couldn't really see it because of the light. So these are rose arbors. They're made out of steel, and it's just a reminder of Sunderland steel history. Inside, it has written around the inside up here. It has the words, if love was a rose, we'd watch how it grows, learn all the secrets it knows. So, and that's like right looking up into it. So they're roses, those flowers on the top, and on the top of the other one, it's sunflowers, but you can't quite make it out because of the lighting wasn't great, but I tried. Okay, so this is these lions make me laugh because I always think they look horrified. I don't know about you, but you see, they look a bit scared for some reason. So these are stone lions made of sandstone. They're the guard. There's like 6 of them in the. There's 6 of them in the park, and they guard the ends of what's called the balustrades. I think I said that right. Which is like a wall or rail that stops people from falling off the edge or whatever. Doesn't look a bit scared. Well, they all look exactly the same. And these have had to be replaced. They were replaced in a lot of stuff was replaced in 1999 because these used to get sat on by umpteen kids, for photographs and things like that. What made us laugh though is someone's wrote underneath it. Not that I agree with graffiti or anything, but someone wrote underneath, and I don't know if you can see that. And here lies Brittany bitch, and I just thought it was funny. but yeah, not like I said, not that I agree with any of that. Oh, thanks, John. You love the rose poem. It's interesting to see your local area. Yeah, I suppose it's like that for anyone, because like if it's not something you've seen, you don't know what's there. You know what I mean? But so this is the balustrades that the end the lions sit on each end of, and there's a few of these roundabout. So this is called White Walk, this long pathway a bit, and these wall things is where them lions sit on the ends. Yeah, the mouth definitely looks off. So like I went down here, but I couldn't even, the worst bit is like half of the park I couldn't get down. It looks like Queen Victoria to me, but my eyes are touching. Yeah, to be fair, it probably does actually. It had a bit of a weird face, so yeah. But so I took another one of that picture because when the change in the darkness, and it just made the clouds stand out. I thought it was pretty cool. But that's literally the same picture, but just a little bit further over. I don't know what these plants were. I just thought they were weird looking. I don't know if anyone else has seen these before. I hadn't seen them before. They look like these like fuzzy things. They were just, and like I said, I'd never seen this before, so I thought I'll take a picture of them, so I might know what they are. But yeah, it was like fuzzy. So I'd come along that full walkway or rollway for me, and then there's a bit that goes up. So and this pathway that goes up, so it's like over a little bridge. But once you get the other end of this, it's way too steep for me. I don't know if you can tell from here, but it's way too steep, and there's just loads of like hilly bits and stuff. And if you go over the other side, there's there's a few statues I missed. There's a statue for Jack Crawford, which was like a sailor, and he hammered the flag back up or something. There's something called In the Silver Mirror. There's the Lion's Head door, which is built into like a hill. It used to have like a cave thing inside, but it got blocked in just for safety reasons. And then there's a huge chessboard on the floor, and it's got massive wooden chess pieces, and it's like themed around Alice in Wonderland or Alice Through the Looking Glass, but I couldn't get up there. There's also a statue to Sir Henry Havelock, who was some general in the war or something, and also there's a bowling green up that way as well. But again, like I said, I couldn't get up that way. So you have plants that look like that in pink, Astabilla. I've never heard of them or seen them before, to be honest. And again, I haven't been, until recently, I haven't been anywhere there. Oh, so this is John Cavendish, statue of him. So this is literally, I've just turned around and faced the other way to take this photo from that bridge thing. And he was famous for his contribution to our industry, as he owned many successful glass bottle making factories, and he founded a free London library in the city, and so that was him. So a basis of it is he had money, so he built a statue of himself, because I think that's basically what happened back then. Hi Peter, you're just back from playing footy. I hope you won. Where was this at? It's Mowbray Park in the town centre, Peter. So I just took some more flowers. I thought they were nice, took a picture. You can imagine us all in a little train with Lenny up front with a microphone being our tour guide. Well, possible, isn't it? Right, so this is another memorial. This is a memorial for the Victoria Hall disaster that happened in 1883. It is basically over 2,000 children had gone to the Victoria Hall thing to watch some performance or other, and at the end they were told that they could get a toy, and so they all went down to they all raced down to get this toy at the end, and they went down the back staircase way to collect it, but the door was well, right, my phone's ringing. Never mind. So they went down to collect it, and where was I? I lost me thread. Oh yeah. So I went down to collect it, and the door was bolted at the bottom, and it was only open ajar but bolted in place. And loads of, like, 183 children were either crushed or suffocated to death because of it. And so the memorial shows a distraught mother holding onto a dead child, which is kind of a bit, but yeah. I don't know if I can. I'll just go back a second. So if I just, yeah, apparently, like, I don't know if you can say that, but it apparently, like, across Britain, £5,000 was raised to pay for, like, people donated, including Queen Victoria at the time, because obviously it was like something that, you know, extreme, and they raised £5,000, which paid for all the children's funerals, and was enough left to commemorate this statue. Yeah. Erected to commemorate the calamity which took place in Victoria Hall, Sunderland, on Saturday the 16th of June 1883, by which 183 children lost their lives. Awful, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It is really. It's one of the nicer parks, I think, along with Barnes and Harrington, Peter. Yeah, it is really sad. Hi peeps, can't stop. We'll watch back. Supposed to be working, but just wanted to pop in and say hi. Have a lovely night, everyone. You too, Ali. Take care. Okay, right. So this is from the other side of the lake. I call it a pond, but it's written as a lake, but it is. I mean, it's not tiny. You know what I mean? And this domed building here is the Winter Gardens that you can see. So that's the Winter Gardens. This is the back of the museum that was built on. That goes along that way. That's just a closer view of the same. There's loads of birds. So I spotted this swan behind hiding. Well, there's actually the swan's there. There's two ducks behind that. There's a duck here. Don't know if you can see, and there's a duck sitting on this branch here, and there's also a whole load of blackberries on this bush at the side. Not sure if you can see them, but I got some really cool pictures of the swan, like further on where he was stretching and things like that. Oh, she. Yeah. No, I hope everything's okay, Rebecca. Yeah, I know. So he's like a whole load of seagulls and pigeons, like, or maybe the doves, because some of the. I was laughing when I was looking. Well, I shouldn't be laughing, but all these seagulls up here, this one here is like looking at me and giving us proper evils, right? And this one down here, I felt sorry for, because it was like, I can't get on the wall. All of them Stephens are in the way, and they won't let this Stephen on. They're all called Stephen, I decided. That one looks like it's walking over, but this one just looks sad, and he looked like he was going to attack us over here. Just must have a thing for. I'm assuming these are pigeons and not anything else, because I know some look like doves or whatever. So there's another one of them lions over there in the corner, on the corner of this one, on another one of those real things, or walls as it is. Yeah, Steven Seagal, and Stephen, and Stephen, and Stephen, and Stephen. All the Stephens. So I took a bit of a close up. I don't know what they were looking at. Maybe we were just waiting for food or something, as usual. But this is like a little. There's like this is at the bottom of one end of the lake, so you can look into the water on this side. I didn't go over it because it's made of wood, but I just took a picture. Right, this I forgot to take. This is a drinking fountain. It was in honor of someone, and I can't remember. I didn't write it down. So this was the drinking fountain. I think it was in memory of William Hill, I think, the Oddfellows in 1878. But it's very ornate. Like, if you look, and then like all the gold, and then inside there it's like a flowering thing. Yeah, it is full of history, isn't it? I don't know if you can see, but over there, because I'm at the other side now, and the bandstand is over there in the background. I don't know what that plant was. I just took a photo. This was like a whole bed of pansies, like going up a hill. I just took a picture. And then I turned around and took one back on myself. So I'd already been up here, walked right along there. Well, I didn't walk. Why did I say I just walked? I rode right along there. I took a photo of this bloke here on the statue, and that bridge. The other bridge is over there, and then I went all the way around and came back round. But you much prefer the ducks and swans to the seagulls because you lived by the beach too long. Yeah. Oh, this was amazing. When I was in the park, there was a guy, and he had he was flying a bird of prey, and like I was really chuffed, because I did get better photos of it, but at first I took a few distance pictures. Like, I was on the other side at this point when I took these pictures. I was on the other side, so there he's there. Guess what the bird was called? It's a boy, and he was called Hermes. And I thought, I bet he's much more reliable though. But I just thought it was funny. All that's in my local park is dog crap and empty bottles. This park looks lovely. Yeah, this one, it's probably because it's in the city centre, so it has to be well kept. Whereas like some of the others out on the outskirts, the pathways and stuff are terrible. But apparently we won Best in Britain in 2008. The park itself was opened in 1857. Don't know if I said that. So I got a few distance photos of him. So again, he'd opened his wings on this point, I think, because he was. Oh, where did you go? There you are. He's oh, by the way, it is a real bird, yeah. Ashley, he's a. I'll show you some really good pictures in a sec, but he's a Harris hawk. A Harris hawk. I was asking the bloke. Let's just get like, what's it? Who is he? And then I've got this. He tried to nick a duck out the. He tried to nick a duck out the lake. I think he goes. The lad said he goes around the town a couple of times a week. There he's there. He's lush, so nice, like so cool to look at. This is why I thought I wonder where Daryl is, because he'd be missing all this. But yeah, can you see how cool is that? Like, they're so beautiful, aren't they? Like birds of prey. He said he's from like, is it South America, like hot country? Like originally, that's where these come from. But he's had him since he was 10 days old, and he's got his brother as well. He said he was a year. He's just so, he's like stunning. And like, he knows it though. Do you know what I mean? I'm sexy, yeah, and I know it. Can you say that about birds? I don't know. I'm sure Daryl thinks that. Look at that picture. I was so chuffed for this one. I was like, he was looking right at us. I don't know if he was like attempting to go for us or something, but it's like, stop taking me picture, man. You've took my picture enough. But everybody was stopping to look at him though. So he was just pretty cool. That's what it is, Joan. That's why everyone's parcels are chucked in the back gardens, because they're getting him to do it. I know. I just popped out my house and into a whole new world. And the worst thing is on the morning I'd been debating, I'd been like, oh, I'll not gan, I will gan, I'll not gan, I will gan, and talk myself in and out of it because of the fear of the bridge, probably more than anything. And then when I seen him, and I was just like, I was so chuffed that I'd gone, because it just kind of made it worthwhile. So as I said, we have that nil desperandum hospice Deo sign all over the place, and it's written across the birds from sitting on it. But this is the back of the built-on extension on the back of the museum. So I was like at the back of it. And even move on to the ducks. So these two had the weirdest eyes. I don't know what they are, what kind. I'm sure Daryl would have been able to tell us, but I don't know what they are. But it had really weird coloured eyes, like yellow, aren't they? Like yellowy orange. There are a pair of swans with 5 baby swans, probably teenagers, in the city centre who love to swim on the river and are so cute. Oh. But yeah, I don't know what kind of ducks they are. There was a few different ones. Obviously, a few different kind of duck that is either. It just looks almost looks like it's got some sort of leopard print on it. I know that sounds daft, but I don't know if you can see that. Oh, but round here and sort of goes under there and round there, kind of half looks a little. It looks a little bit like a leopard print. It's a pair of boobies. Daryl, where have you been? You're missing the birds. I was just wondering what they were, but I got some really good pictures of a Harris hawk. You're going to have to watch back. So I think that's the same kind of duck. Hi, Niall. That's the same kind of duck, but from a different angle. It's human, and that's the same kind of duck from a different angle. And then there's a whole host of them. And I thought, oh, well, I'll do it. If Daryl's there, I'll just zoom in and then he can tell us what they are. That looks a bit like a pigeon now there. Like, not a pigeon, a seagull, but I don't know if it is. I think that's the one I've just shown with what looks almost leopardy print. None of them were being like appreciated. Is that a mallard with the colour on his head? Is it? And then there was him with the weird eyes over there. You just heard boobies. No, we're trying to work out what the ducks were. But obviously, when I went to the park, I wasn't expecting to see the hawk. I was like quite chuffed about that. Yeah, I thought that this one was a mallard, but I'm not sure. So that's another view of the winter gardens, because I was around the other side now. Obviously, there's loads of ducks in there, as you can see. And this is the walrus. The walrus. Obviously, you can see it's a walrus. Basically, it was inspired, but it was built by Andrew Burton, inspired by a poem called "The Walrus and the Carpenter" that Lewis Carroll wrote, apparently. That is a golden eye. Ah, that makes sense because its eyes are golden. It's slightly freaky. There's another swan. We know what the swans are. We got that bit. So I was chuffed because he was standing up like near the edge, right? And then he or she like stretched out a little bit, and I managed to get a decent photo, which I was quite chuffed by. And then how cool is that? It would have been cool if I'd been on the like in front of it, because I would have saw like fully, but like it was proper. It just looked like it was standing stretching, which is cool. There was 2 swans in there, loads of ducks and half a ton of seagulls and pigeons, but yeah, and then obviously it was stretching and relaxing, and I just managed to get it again. I feel like I need to pen and paper to take notes in case there is a quiz on this. No, you're all right. I'm not quizzing you. So this is another duck. It had like purple in its feathers, which I thought was cool. I think I've got a better picture. It was cleaning itself. There you go. So it's got like, I don't know if you can see the purple there, but it's got like purple in it. I'm guessing Daryl will know what it is. And it flapped its wings and stretched out, and I tried to take a photo of it, but I think the movement was too much. So I know its body looks, this part of it looks normal. The rest of it, its wings are like a bit blurred. A Capri's rapper duck. That golden eye was a female. How did you work that out? from there? I have no clue. It's the same. Is that the same one? No, different. I don't know. That's just a view looking down. Another view looking down. Different duck. or the same duck. I don't know. Can't tell. A female mallard with Cadbury wing. Oh. Is this the mallard? It's the blue head. Is that a male then? This one. Every time I tried to get it, it was kind of running away. Well, like swimming away, not running, obviously. I have some videos of the baby swans growing up, and you need to see them again. You've not seen them in a few weeks. Oh well, hopefully you get to. That would be cool. And then there was this one with the white head, but she. I was like, damn you. Drake with the green head. Ah. So that's a better one of them, isn't it? There you go. It looks well pissed off. Can you see that, or is it just? Do you think he looks well annoyed? Looks a bit moody, like. The audio is breaking. Oh no. It might be me because I just realised I had my hand on the mic thing. But yeah. You're asking me what them are because I have no clue. Garganese? What do they look like? It's a spotty one again. That's a view from the other side. And this is me on the way home because right where I was, I have to go all the way up this street to get to the bridge, which is right at the top there. I don't know if you can see. This is like one of the main streets in town or in city centre. It's got there's about 4 banks in this street. There's Lloyd's, Barclays, HBC, and NatWest is over there. And obviously I went this way to get there. And then on the way going back towards the bridge, I noticed I could see Roker Lighthouse, which if I zoomed in enough, so I zoomed in looking out towards the sea. And then I noticed I could see the ship as well, so I zoomed in again. And there's a church. That's the church on the way. See, I don't go this because this is coming off the bridge. This picture's as you come off the bridge, but this all makes me nervous because of the noise and everything. It's just pretty nervy, and so I cut the back way and go around there. So I took this picture and then ducked under the metro bridge and went around the back way. I thought that was a nice picture of the spire. I think. Oh, that's in the wrong place. That's a picture of the park. Hi, Nia. Common pochard with the bronzy coloured head and white body. Pay attention. Don't think I've seen that. Obviously, if I see any again, I'll let you know. I'm going to go back quickly and just show you the hawk, and then it saves you going back through the whole thing and watching it. It'll probably be better, like for me. Right. Honestly, when I got, oh, them ones you didn't see them ones. Are they them same? What did you call them? Golden eyes. They're all golden eyes ones. Golden eye ones. They look like statues. They're so like strange. There. Look at him. Isn't he beautiful? I'm so chuffed I got to see it. And the funny thing is he's called Hermes. Hey man, stay still, stupid thing. He's just so cool. He's probably staring at us, I think. That's it, but you missed these, Daryl. That's why I went back, because I thought you'd appreciate it. But the Harris Hawk in it. Yeah. I wanted to get footage of him flying, but I wasn't that lucky. He's pretty fast. But yeah, I had a really good day. I went out at 9:30 and I was back in for 11:30. It takes 25 minutes to get there, 25 minutes to get back. So I had like an hour and 10 minutes there. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. But I just thought that I'd do a video like this and then show you with the pictures, and then whilst I haven't got the other laptop, it's much easier to edit than editing it. Plus, I can't use the footage I got because my laptop doesn't cope with it because the camera is better quality. But yeah, I had a fab time. So anyway, just thought I'd show you, and now I'm gonna go. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and yeah, please take care and be good and be careful, and I will see you all later.